Hello friends, and welcome to the Path to Flexibility. Today we'll be working on our hamstrings in different positions. So this is hamstrings part 2. And for today's class you'll be needing a strap if you have a yoga strap. If not, go ahead and grab a belt, a scarf, or a towel. Anything like this would work. And also going to be using a yoga block or a cushion if you don't have a yoga block. So a cushion from your couch or a pillow from your bed, anything like that. And let's get started sitting in a comfortable seated position. And feel free to sit on that cushion or the block so you start out your practice nice and comfortable. Rest your hands down on your thighs and just give your shoulders a roll up, back, and down. Taking a moment just to settle into your seat, into your body. And begin to deepen the breath, taking a big inhale in through the nose. Slow, soft exhale out. Leaving behind the day, leaving behind any worries, anything pulling you outside of your practice. Give your shoulders a roll up, back, and down, and just beginning to sit a little bit taller. Let's take a moment here to set our intention for this practice today. It can be whatever brings you here to this practice in this moment. Just reminding yourself of that. And if you don't really have anything coming to mind, that's totally okay. It can happen on some days. And gently open your eyes. We'll start with our breath work. So remember that your breath work is your ultimate tool for your flexibility practice. It is the mode of communication between your body and your nervous system. The nervous system is what put brakes on our flexibility. So when we use our breath, we can communicate to the nervous system that our bodies are safe in this new, uncomfortable position. So let's start with our 5 diaphragmatic breaths. We're going to wrap our fingers around the lower ribs. Thumbs can hook behind the back. Taking an inhale in through the nose, and I want you to feel that inhale expanding the rib cage out to the sides, like this. And the belly may rise, and exhale slowly through the nose, release the breath, just feeling the fingers gently drawing closer together. Again, breathing in through the nose, slowly breathing out through the nose. 3 more at your own pace. Try to let this stay soft, gentle, nothing too forced or too intense. Last one. Good, and rest your hands down. Now let's extend our legs out into our seated forward fold. So we're going to take that cushion underneath us and or the yoga block and extend your legs out. Have your strap close. Now bring your feet together and flex through the ankles. With the fingertips down or the hands on the cushion, you can start to circle the ankles a few times. In and out. Just getting some nice movement. Good. Now we're going to keep the ankles flexed. Inhale, stretch up like you can touch the ceiling. It might be very hard. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine hinging forward in one piece, like this. Rising back up. Exhale. Trying to keep a straight spine. So imagine that you have a long line from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of the head, and you're trying to keep it as an even line, and this is a lot harder than it looks. So what I'm not doing is this. Look at the difference, right? What I'm doing is this. I'm sending my body forward in one straight line, almost like the movement is initiated from the hips and back up. You might also feel it. It's a bit of a workout. Good, last 2. And last one, hold it there. Get a little more length through your spine. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. Exhale, grab your strap, place it around your feet. And notice here the temptation might be to do this, to pull through the spine. I want you to grab a little bit higher up the strap, shoulders down. Chest is open and collarbones are wide, almost like the chest bone is more forward than the shoulders, right? Than the tips of the shoulders. So rather than the tips of the shoulders leading forward, it's my sternum, my chest bone leading forward, shining forward. Take a few breaths here. Once you notice that it's too intense, take a step back, coming into this sweet spot where it's not too much and it's not too easy either, that we're just chilling. So finding that right balance can be everything. And it takes a lot of conscious awareness of our bodies and of how we feel in the moment, so that we can always fine-tune this to the right frequency in the moment. Kneecaps are pulled up. And if it's very difficult to sit like this and your knees right away want to bend, either take the strap up all the way higher, just like that, or you can also soft bend in the knees until you work on this position. So that's totally okay as well. Remember, eventually we do want to keep the quads engaged and we want to be able to keep our spine long, so we can teach our body the ability to hinge at the hips with the hamstrings in this position. Good. One more big breath. And if your body is inviting you to go deeper, you can grab a little bit lower onto the strap, keep the shoulders back, chest pulled forward. Let's do one challenging breath here. Inhale, exhale fully, and rise up and release. Very good. So we're going to set the strap to the side and remove your cushion to the side as well, and make your way into a downward facing dog. So we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide, curl the toes, press the hips up and back. Coming into your down dog, shake the head from side to side, letting go of any tension in the jaw, the neck, muscles around the eyes. And you can move it around, bending the knees, pedaling the feet. This is already a big hamstring stretch. And then when you're ready, take a step with the right leg between the hands. Lower your back knee down. Inhale to look up. And as you exhale, I want you to lean all the way back. So now your left knee is stacked under the left hip. Untuck your back toes, lean back and rise up. So you're here in this half split position. Now this is an asymmetrical pose, so the hip points might not be on the same line, and that's okay. I just want you to become a little bit aware of what's happening in the pelvis. So if you notice the right hip is much higher than the left, see if you can control that slightly by dropping the right hip down. If you notice that the right hip is forward, left hip is back, press that right hip point back. So these two bony points at the front of your pelvis, they're your landmarks. Have them look straight to the front. Good. Inhale. Get taller through the spine, just like we did in that forward fold. And as you exhale, maybe here you have your hands on your cushion. So I'd like to bring it like this, just for some support. And then from there, I'm bringing my chest bone forward. Remember, again, I'm not doing this with my shoulders and my chest is behind the shoulders. It's the other way around. My chest is pulling forward. The shoulders are relaxed and soft. Breathing here for 3. Finding again that diaphragmatic breath. Might be very uncomfortable. 4, 2. Face is relaxed. 4, 1. If this gets too easy, hands can come by the ankles. And remember here, we're not rounding through the spine, but we're keeping the chest open. So if you notice your rounding, come a little bit higher. Let's add some spinal movements here. We're going to inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Keep the legs the same, kneecap pulled up. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. Exhale, round. And bend that right knee. Set the cushion aside and step it back. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Shake the head. Tune back to the breath. Inhale, we're going to take a step with the left foot forward. Lower the back knee down and look up. Getting a little stretch to that right hip flexor. As you exhale, lean all the way back. So the right knee now stacks under the right hip. Untuck your toes and rise up. Left thigh is contracted, front of the thigh. And then let's check what's happening with the pelvis. So again, both sides might be very different. If the left hip is hiked up, gently see if you can use your hands to drop the hip down. If the left hip is forward like that, wrap that left hip point back. So just like headlights of a car, the two ASIS points look straight to the front. It will not be perfect, and that's okay. We're just, again, using our conscious awareness as we're aware of that path of least resistance that our body loves to take. So from here, inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale. And there's no need to touch the floor if you are already like, this is enough, this is your sweet spot. You can set up your cushion again on one side, use it to help you, or your yoga blocks, and send your chest forward, breathing here. 3 more breaths. Noticing the quality of your breath. Shoulders down, face relaxed. Last big breath, inhale. Exhale, visualize your body folding over that thigh. So the visual is chest is towards your thigh, chin is towards your shin bone, crown of the head is towards your toes. Now let's add our spinal movement. We're going to inhale, arch, open up. Exhale, round, chin to the chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arch. Keep that kneecap pulled up, chest folds forward. For this last breath, let's get uncomfortable. It's just for a breath. Exhale. And beautiful. Bend that knee, bring your hands to frame the foot. Mindfully step it back, downward facing dog, and move it around. Notice how you feel here. It might be very new for your body if the hamstrings are tight. And feel free here to bend your knees and really uncurl the tip of your tailbone all the way up towards the ceiling, getting a nice length through the lower back. And as you exhale, it doesn't have to straighten all the way, but you're gently working on lengthening through the quads. Inhale, bend the knees, uncurl the tip of the tailbone up, get a little more length. Exhale, straighten. Good, last one. Exhale, now walk your hands all the way back to the toes, bending the knees deeply. Grab opposite elbows and just hang here. So a lot of times when we come into our forward folds, we keep the legs straight and we round like this, and this can put pressure on the lower back and the sacrum. So I want you to bend your knees a lot. Think of that space in the sacrum and just sway from side to side. Let your head relax, jaw relaxes. Rock forward and back a few times. And when you're ready, we're going to slide the hands up the shins, start to straighten out the legs, arch the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, arch the spine, bend the knees, forward fold. Last one, inhale, arch the spine, legs straight. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Walk your hands forward, lower the knees down. And cross the legs, come right back into a seated position, and take a moment here and bring your palms to the center of the chest. Take a moment to thank your body for this practice today. Thanking yourself. Taking a big breath in, full breath out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.